Hey, how we doing? Realize my chart's not on the screen. Pretty sweet. Second, it'll be up. Nibbler, what's up? Thanks, Ace. Appreciate you saying that. Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? Mayor, what's up? Let's see if I can. I never know why this doesn't always grab my screen. Like I didn't do anything different. There's OBS. Back. Now it works. Super bizarre. I'm sure somebody could tell me. Shanks, what's up? But I certainly can't figure it out. You know. Welcome in. Good to see everybody again. Dacomo. Hey, AM Bab. That's a new name. First time chatter, also a subscriber. Always good when you subscribe before you chat. Thank you, sir. Yes, I know who you are. Always good. People from the hood show up to support. All right. E-base. Yeah, you know, it's good to be out here. I mean, we have been on an absolute heater lately, which is awesome. Like heater meaning that we're getting every move, right? And today's no different than that, right? We got this wick down where it was Goblin Town all over the timeline. And here we are again, just like right back above this channel. Like this channel has been absolutely gold for us. Just printing money when no one else is. And that's one of those things I appreciate. Yeah. I could probably move this line just to be out a little bit further. More accurate. There we go. But as soon as we got this deviation, which we talked about when it happened, the most likely outcome, if you've been paying attention since you've been here, since you've been watching, is to test the other side. If you get a failed breakout attempt, you almost always test the other side, which is pretty sweet. Workaholic, let's go. Thanks for the sub. Subscribe for 7 months, dude. That's nuts. Thank you. By the way, I have no problem shilling this because it's fucking awesome. We've got a really, really cool thing going in the Discord. And quite a few people jumping in, giving their daily updates. Shady and Scoob and I have been kind of giving our rundowns on the market. I know there's quite a few people in there that watch us kind of talk about it, and a few have messaged me to be like, hey, it's really interesting to see you guys discuss your positions each day and how you're getting into stuff. Shady and Scoob been around forever, at least in my chat or in the Telegram, and they kind of share a bit of their process and their targets in more detail in the Discord, which is why we wanted to open it. Obviously, the research teams are coming. The website is coming. And yeah, if you join the Discord and you are a subscriber, you get access to the subscriber chat, which is the only place I'm giving detailed setups. It's not that I won't give detailed setups elsewhere. Not that I won't give setups elsewhere, but I'm just not going to go to the level of detail that I am in there. So if you want to be a part of the community, if you want to hear some really good traders and some people that have been in crypto a long time talk about how they get into charts, you should join the Discord and you know, set up your Twitch account. It's free if you have Prime, guys. Like most of you have Prime, so I don't feel like I'm asking too much. I'm not asking you to come out of pocket. If you have Prime, that shit's free. So you know, not for everybody. In some countries, it requires you can't get Twitch, or you can't subscribe on Twitch. I don't know. It's weird. Like Venezuela was blocked. But the guy from Venezuela was like, hey, I would love to subscribe, but I can't because it's blocked in my country. So I added in, if you're a server booster on Discord, you can also get it. It's $4 a month. Who gives a shit? But yeah, I mean, this has literally been taking candy from a baby on high time frames. It's been unbelievable. What's very interesting is when you're confident in what's going on. By the way, I'm trying not to look up. Last few times I've been looking into the camera more, and my neck's been killing me. And I realize that this is what it is. That I usually like to look up more, so I had to move my windows down. Yeah, absolutely killing my neck. But like when you get this level of conviction and you kind of see what's happening, I don't know why I have a higher low there. It's very funny to watch people editorialize like moves at each end of the range. Like somebody shared in both, actually I think it was Scoob. Zook, thank you for the sub, brother. Like Moon Carl put out one of those fucking stupid videos on YouTube. Bitcoin could go to $13,000 today. Of course, like at the lows, right? Which is stupid. We wouldn't straight line there if we were to break down. But like this is so unbelievably clear if you're paying attention as to what's going on. Now, are we at the breaking point? Sure. But the funny part is just like it took a few days up here, I'll continue my circle to kind of make it continuous. You don't just turn around. Like people think that when you get price movements, it just looks like this. Like you're just one to the other. But how many times does that actually happen? It doesn't. Turning price is difficult. I've talked about this in previous videos before. And I don't know. I feel like you guys never listen when I talk about it, but you think like, oh, well, just price turned here at the top from 66. Like that happens. No, it's pretty hard. It's pretty fucking hard to turn price. Like you think it's just, well, one of those things that happens. No, it's not one of those things that happens. It takes a significant battle to turn that tide from one direction to another. It is turning a cruise ship, which is exactly what this is here. Right? A huge run up. Everybody was buying the top when I was literally on stream saying you should be selling now. You just had a 12 of 14 days. Chirp a curp, man. Thank you for the sub with Prime. Appreciate you. You should be selling here or at least hedging, and then you can just buy back if we break through the 200. It's my literal words. And everyone's like, no, bro, it's already been 12 of 14 days. We will certainly continue going higher. Okay. Out of fucking water. God damn. Just down horrendously. So we thought it was going to turn. You get a couple days of like these wicks, and what's hilarious is it's during like these wicks. Let me delete this so you guys can see, because I want you to start trying to realize this, particularly if you pay attention on crypto Twitter, which I understand not all of you do, and quite frankly, I wish I didn't. But unfortunately, that's how I get a lot of people to come hang out with me and come to join Stack Labs. And the Plus EV show is by interacting with people on Twitter, so I try to. But like during these wicks, like let's go down to a lower time frame. These wicks are so unbelievably clear that someone is unloading their position, and it's not that this can't resolve upward. It can. But when you get a price compression and wicks on either side, there's a battle happening. And if you're at range fucking highs as it's happening, the plus expected value to your bank account play is to hedge. Or get the fuck out of the way. Because it's more likely to break down than it is to continue the 12 or 14 days. And you're going, yeah, Jared, we've talked about this. Yes, I have. But my point is, you should not be worried about taking profits and hedging here and missing this move here. Because you know what? You close and reopen right there. So what are you worried about? It's the thing that kills me with people who like complain and lament in the chat of like, I got fucking waxed again. I got stopped out. Yeah, you know why you got stopped out? I'll tell you why you got stopped out. Because you didn't play this move that we had dead to rights, where we literally caught the bottom to the top, and it was here. Let's do a quick count. If you caught this move with us, that was a 30%, 28% move in your bank account. 28%. Now, you didn't catch that one because you thought it was dead. And so what you did was you bought this one. You bought this dip, which was a possibility, okay? That could have been all we needed. It was a higher probability play than up here, but still not really that good. At the same time, the breakdown area was right here, and you had a very clear invalidation, but you know what you didn't do? You didn't sell. So you bought down here, you got this nice little rally after the highs, you're in profits, you're like, boom, we're going to 60K tonight. And then it broke down and it got through your stops and you said, well, it'll probably just V right back up after I close my position. And then it doesn't. Then you're pissed and these little wicks give you some hope and it comes down to the bottom and you go, oh my God, it's going to zero. Moon Carl said we're going to 13K. Oh my God, it's going to zero. Oh, here's the wick. I'm going to close. And you took a unlevered loss of 12%. But we all know that most of you lever. So you took a 25% haircut on your account and the bottom's now in, but you're too pissed and you're jaded. So you're going to sit on the sideline. And what's going to happen is we're going to get this, little move up here. And you're going to be like, nah, bro, you got to sell it. You got to sell it. You got to sell it. Because you're thinking you can get a great sale entry here. And it's going to break down and do this, which it might. But more than likely what's going to happen is we're going to pop back up into this zone and you won't take your loss and flip long. You'll just be pissed and bitter about it. We'll move back up to the high and you will close your long and get long again at this channel top. And it's fucking hilarious. It's hilarious. So it's just funny watching people because you can tell, man, I look in chat. When I see in chat people talking about this fucking scam PA, bro, this bullshit. I know that you have no idea how to enter a position. It's so clear to me. And like, I want to be like, fucking bro, I've given you every move you've needed since the trend line broke. And you still continue to do stupid shit. And even right now, I don't know for sure the bottom's in. There's still a question mark here. But there's a decent chance that it is. But the cost of me figuring that out right now is a long here with a stop under the low right here. It's not that long. It's a pretty easy. I mean, it would have been better if you bought the SFP, if you will. But it's not hard to figure out to put a stop loss. You go, well, I don't want to get, it's good. We know what's going to happen is it's going to V down, knock me out, and then we'll go up. And so I won't take that loss. And that's how people sell themselves, dude. Don't ever doubt that the reason why you lose money in crypto is, don't ever doubt that it's not you. It's 100% you, okay? This shit is not hard, guys. This shit is not hard. And you go, bullshit, Jared. No, it's not hard. Like, technical analysis is not hard. That part's not hard. Trading is hard. Understanding lines on charts and where price is going to turn is not. The biggest battle is yourself. That's why I constantly recommend Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. It's the best book that you can possibly read because if you have fucked this up, it's between your ears. You cannot handle emotionally what needs to be done to be profitable. And you make stupid ass fucking decisions either on leverage or buying mid-range or long in the top after it's gone up 12 or 14 days in a row and you don't know what to do. Because you literally were pissing yourself in fear that we were going to 13K here. And then you got FOMO here. And it's hilarious. By the way, Scoop put in the chat, I use 6S leverage when I trade. Why? Because it increases my profits by 500%. For example, if you buy one Bitcoin for 10K and sell it at 50K, you made a profit of 40K. However, if you use 6S leverage, blah, 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 blah. That's the power of leverage. That is copy paste, copy pasta. That's famous. I don't know the history of it. We need to put a fucking like dictionary of that shit in the Discord where it's like, here's all the copy pasta that you will see as you're in crypto. And Scoop also followed up with, yeah, agreed. It's easy to be a good analyst, not easy to be a good trader. Really, the people that lose money trading I always say to them, next time you have an impulse to do something, do the exact opposite. When you're like, fuck, man, it's all going to zero. I'm going to sell everything right now, long. And when you get FOMO because dudes are talking about how, you know, the bottom's in and we're going to $1 million, sell. And so if you use that logic right now, right today, look at that shit. Everyone was calling for 28K. It's so funny to me. It's so funny to me. I can't actually get over it. Because, you know, yeah, Brian says, Brian D, hey, Jared, just tuned in. People thought the world was ending last night. I'm still long. Fucking right, Brian. Brian, are you on Telegram? Or are you in the Discord? I feel like I would like having you in the Discord more. To chat, because like every now and then you see level-headed people that can, like, it's not even just are you right, like Brian's I'm sure wrong as much as I am, but are you able to take a neutral approach into your own positions and maintain your thesis through a bunch of noise? That's hard. That is hard. So anyway, let me give you my 411 on what I think happens next, or what I would like to see happen next, because we're not out of the woods yet, but there's a couple reasons to feel good about this week. One, there is like nothing going on from an announcement perspective. Let me see if I can pull it up off screen. MacBook, get out of the way. Hold on. Make sure I don't. I'm going to flashbang you guys for a second. This is this week. Is it this week? I think so. Yeah, this week. This week, major impact in major countries. That's what I have selected. Major. This is this week. We got building permits. We got Japanese inflation rate year over year, which is always hysterical because their inflation has been a joke. Yeah, that's it. So there's nothing going on this week. There's not a lot of things that are going to be like, oh, Christ, well, there goes that, you know. Jerry P said that he's going to raise rates early, so we're all screwed. Now, does that possibility exist that they just come out of nowhere? Sure. But that doesn't mean it's going to happen. Okay. Kesteman subscribed at tier 1. Thank you for the sub. It's been a good sub day already. Please join the Discord. If you are a sub, please join the Discord. You're paying for a members only chat where you can ask me whatever you want. You can ask me trade setups. You can ask me triggers. You can ask me standard market questions, whatever it is. If you subscribe to this show, you are in. Yeah, dude. And Brian, boost the Discord if you don't want to, man. It's $4 a month. Or don't. I mean, like I said, you're fine. I just enjoy your input. So, you know, if you want to, do it. If not, don't. I don't even know what the fuck boosting the Discord does. I just need some sort of wall so people who actually support me, the show, and the server get something that people who don't can't. All right, that's it. It's the only reason I do it. Anyway, yeah, Brian Michael. All right, I'll shoot you a note in there. But anyway, so there's some reasons to be excited. One, there's nothing going on. Back to my actual point here. This is like my next level. This is what I would see what I would like to see happen next. If we break through 41,150, 41,4, 41,14, whatever it is, that would kind of be like, well, let me show you exactly what it would be. I mean, I use like the same triggers constantly, guys, and you go, oh, you don't have any other bags of tricks? No, you know what? I don't need them. Okay? I don't need them. Yeah, all right, so I'm a one-trick pony. Well, I'm a one-trick pony who makes money. So, this would be a trend reversal on a daily, okay? It would be a trend reversal on the daily. Now that is sort of shitty because, yeah, yeah. If we get that sort of continuation, that's where I'd put my stop. But it's essentially, it's almost a 5R trade. It's an ABC reversal. It's an ABC reversal. ABC, you set the highs, You come down, you kind of create a higher low, and then when those highs are taken out again, it's a reversal trigger, usually good enough for the other side. And oh, by the way, Shady, what's up, brother? I was just singing your praises, man. I'm loving your, mine, and Scoob's conversations in the subscriber chat, man. It's really, really good shit. And you guys are gonna go like, well, fuck, it doesn't work all the time, does it? Yeah, it does. It does. Okay. Because that same trade is right fucking here. And that was the breakdown. It's that fucking easy, guys. If you plan out your trades, you can literally make your years just trading the fat pitch in front of you. It's a literal ABC reversal at the top and an ABC reversal at the bottom. It's the same fucking trade. It's the same trigger. It's on a daily time frame. It's on the daily time frame. So anyway, like I have said and tried to encourage all of you, Brian, SBU, thank you for the sub. Appreciate you, brother. In my brain, when I see SBU, you know what I think of? St. Bonaventure University, because I went to Xavier. When I was at Xavier, we were in the Atlantic 10. In the Atlantic 10, St. Bonaventure is a member, and we would go there. It was in Olean, New York. We would take chartered jets. I was a manager for Xavier. I don't know if you guys knew that. So I worked for Sean Miller. And yeah, so we'd get on chartered jets. We'd fly into Olean, New York. It's a piece of shit in the middle of nowhere. And I'd always think of SBU as St. Bonaventure University. Without Googling, I know you're all sitting at computers right now, who's the greatest player to come out of St. Bonaventure? Anybody? Only in New York, St. Bonaventure? They're all too young. People my age are too young. I only know it because that's who I am. But none of you are going to get it. It's Bob Lanier. Bob Lanier went to St. Bonaventure University. Manager of paid players? No, I didn't do that. Although what's funny is everybody cheats. Okay? Everybody cheats. Like, we didn't cheat at Xavier while I was there, to be honest. But you would do things like cream cheese on bagels was illegal at times during the year. Not all the time. Like, you can give your players food, but you can't give them cream cheese. Like, that's how fucking stupid the NCAA is, if any of you are wondering. Okay? So, we didn't do that. And, like, also in, like, the summers, coaches can't manage players. Okay. You have time limitations. Damn right, Blackhawk High School. Fucking love Sean Miller. Sean Miller's my guy. Honest to God. As big of an influence in my life as any other person that I've been around. I spent 4 years with him. Literally every day for 3 to 4 hours. Watching that guy become a leader of a program was unbelievable. I'm actually considering starting another show this fall when he's back on the sidelines for Xavier. And just doing like a once a week stream. John Miller? Fuck yeah, dude. John Miller and I spent so many fucking years on the road. Where like we would just talk. He would sit down with me at like dinner tables, or like, you know, we'd be having pregame meal, and he would get out like salt and pepper shakers and shit, and he would like break down what our opponents were doing for like me and the other managers. Shit was legendary. I know that we're getting off topic here, but yeah, El Duderino, awesome. Pride of Blackhawk High School. John Miller. John wouldn't remember me because he's, you know, a little older now, but obviously Sean does, and spent a lot of time with Archie too. Really great family. Anyway, back to the point. John Miller's amazing. ABC entry here, ABC entry there. And yeah, I mean, we want to take out this high at 41,144. It's a very easy invalidation, right? If it breaks down here below the channel again, you get out. I'm not saying you short. One of those things that I think most people always fuck up. Okay. And this is something that is between your head, right? You do not always have to have a position on. Okay. You don't always have to have a position on. You don't. A lot of times people think that you do. And that's really dumb. Because here's the thing. I just said to you, the confirmation we would get is this breakout over 41,144. But like some of you in your mind went, okay, so if it breaks down, I should short. No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. You can hedge if you like. You need to hedge your exposure to 1x? Sure, go for it. But like shorting the lows on an uptrend is a terrible idea. It's a super bad idea. You don't short the breakdown, okay? You don't short the breakdown. You want to know when you short? You short here, okay? That's when you short. Because you know what'll happen? You'll miss the breakdown if there is one. There'll be a wick down to here, and then you'll short right here. And then it'll come back up, and you'll be like, oh my God, we're going to regain the channel. I need to flip long. And so you'll flip long right here. So you're going to take this loss. Then you're going to take this loss. And then it's going to reject. And that's where you should have shorted, and you didn't. So you don't always have to have a position on. One of the times that I make mistakes, because I make mistakes, I get trades wrong all the time. I longed here too, and I took a -2R trade because I gave it more slack. One of the places that I get things wrong is if I'm like forcing or I'm trying to like move into a position in a quick moment where I'm like, ah, God, that's not what I expected, and I open a position. You don't have to do that. Just like there were people when this breakout happened of the DTL, like wrote off the quarter because they were like, well, I missed the breakout. That was it. That was the one opportunity to get long. We'll never see it again. But you had 1, 2, maybe even 3 spots, all in pretty much the same range, okay? All in pretty much the same range. But that's not how people think. Like, they think if they didn't catch the breakout bar, then they're wrong, or that it's not worth longing. That's just dumb. Silly. It is just silly. So anyway, I would like to see the breakout of this. Also, look, I streamed last week and was like, yo, DXY looks like shit. This is amazing. And we got our confirmation, and it's like they were watching my show. The moment that shit closed and confirmed, boom, ripped the other way. Pretty great. Feels good. But again, doesn't really matter because I wasn't trading DXY. I was using it to inform other positions, close those positions. Got the backup water. Gotta have 2. It is getting close to the top. It's getting close to the channel top. It's closer than I have here. Right there. All right. And this divergence is still in play. If it turns down. If it keeps going for much longer, like with any power, we're screwed. But look where we are. We are right in the turn of this like area that we formed before breaking down at the COVID breakdown, okay? Hungry Ape name. Is that Zeus? So I would like to see a turn down here. You got this top of the channel. Tropic, what's up? Hey, you finally get to see you live. Yeah, I'm here, man. I'm here. So I like where DXY is at the top of its channel. Let's say that this actually rejects, like actually rejects. We would be looking, yeah. Come back down to this like 97 area. That could be a really nice time. A really, really nice time for crypto. We got this. It's like slow drift. And if it was something like that, I mean, we'd all be rich by fall. Okay. And I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I mean, that's the best case scenario from a DXY perspective. You guys should be looking at this stuff too, like not just when I pull it out. I assume you are, but was this shocking? Broke the downtrend line, went to the 200-day, back down to the 50-day, and here we are, battling on Ethereum. Battling. Yeah, it has. It's because it's a pivotal spot. Scoop says ES and NQ's been weird today. It's because it's at a weird spot. I'll bring it up in a second. It's weird that we're getting the rip that we are when they're not. Yeah. But I like that we lost the 50-day and immediately try to recover it on ETH. This holds, we're good. I'm giving you my thoughts on it right now. It would be nice to have this 0.073 area hold. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really new there. Yeah, I don't have the other, I don't have like Forex in here because it doesn't really matter for what I do. I don't want to trade Forex, but we can go look at ES because ES has this little bitch going on. I thought I had drawn before, but apparently not. That's still a decent amount down here if you're taking it from edge to edge. If you're not taking it from edge to edge, you're going candle bodies, which typically does not work, then we're below it. Yeah, so I don't like that. Does not fit my bias. But yeah, so you have ways to go here on ES. SPX looks cleaner and Q looks cleaner. This makes sense. Look at this. Equal highs, equal lows. If you wanted to try to justify an inverse head and shoulders, which is tough, but it's the same idea here, guys. It's not that I'm saying the bottom is in and we're definitely going up. Exactly. It's not that I'm saying the bottom is in and we're definitely going up. What I am saying is shorting the right shoulder, typically not a great idea. So if this is the case, we get a breakdown, I'm not going to short here. I would short a retest, but I'm not going to short here. Usually when a head and shoulders pattern shoulder line breaks, you take the head. So if that breaks down, you would expect 12,942 on NQ. And if it broke down here, again, 4130. But we got a trend break. There is a previous pivot here on ES, and that's what we're kind of flirting with right now, not to mention the 50-day. Haven't looked at the Russell. Russell's going to get boned for years. RIP, small businesses. You're about to get inflated out of your wealth. Sorry. Hope you bought Bitcoin. Yeah, QQQ looks the same. Dollar. YM should be doing fine. It is. It's just such a disgusting chart. Dow Jones. Look at this shit. I still maintain that if we do get a breakdown here, it's going to be really bad. So let's hope to God that's not what happens. Avalanche doing fine. I like where Avalanche is. Adam looks like shit, but it is into the demand zone, this area down here, so I'll take it. Yeah, I mean, Solana and Ethereum are really the ones that you put on a pedestal right now, which isn't shocking, right? Like Solana and Ethereum, when times are good, or even when they've been kind of bad, have been the leaders, right? I'm not gonna lie. So, Wall Street Bets Sat Chaser says, "What's up with this Crescent airdrop?" Yeah, T, I'll do it in a second here. I sold it. I didn't sell it the first day. There's like a 30 or 40% pump the second day. And yeah, I sold it for a couple grand and got out. I don't really know what it is. I got it because I was on Amaris, I was LPing, you know, I voted on props. And it's why you vote on governance, guys. Like for those of you sitting at home being like, yeah, so this Juno governance proposal came up and I don't really care to vote. I'm telling you that a lot of times, like multipliers of airdrops or just a qualification for airdrops is governance participation in Cosmos. The weird thing about Cosmos, because I'm not sure, I mean, we're kind of seeing right now that Cosmos governance isn't necessarily a great thing. Like, it's good. And I appreciate that there's like some form of democratic function that exists that people participate in. But you also get some really disorganized bullshit sometimes because there's no central leader. So I'm not sure I love that. But anyway, if you're participating in Cosmos and you've staked to Atom, to Osmo, to Juno, to Secret, whatever it is, it's not just enough to stake. You have to vote on these shit as it comes up because it was a 2x multiplier. If you voted, which I did, versus not. So I sold mine, I think all in was like $2,600, $2,700. Had I not voted, it would have been $1,300. Literally $1,300. For voting. So like, oh fuck, I can't be bothered with participating in governance. Okay, man, that's fine. But I'm gonna go on vacation with that money. So, you know, do you, I guess. It's not hard. Just go vote. Yeah, over democratized, which is true. 100% true. Scoob, who says, I think voting on the Atom Theta prop and staking in that period will get you a lot of airdrops. Probably the same Juno prop 16/19 situation. I agree. The other thing I would say too, Scoob was the one to point out to me. I mean, I kind of noticed it because it was the only green thing while everything else was red. He said, what the hell is going on with Luna today? And I said, oh, something's going on with Luna. And like, that was a giveaway that something was about to change. Either, you know, Do Kwon was market buying or something, but high beta market leaders move first. They move hard. They were up like 9% of the time. Now it's up 15% of the day. So you gotta watch the leaders. Got a nice little rip. Here we are. As for trading this, the nice thing is this held, okay? So, I mean, it's the same area. So if the bottom's in, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer that if the bottom is in on Bitcoin, I'm 100% certain that Luna goes to test 120 again. Because he's created a cult of people that are willing to just go bananas whenever he says so. So I think that there's a real possibility that that breaks out. I'm sorry, goes back to test range highs. I'm not sure it breaks out, but at this point, if you actually like see a breakout in, Bitcoin, like where we test this area here, this like 50-52 area, corresponding area for me on Luna there would be here. Like, I'm not shitting you, $130 to $150 depending on when it happens. So Luna is one of those like low-hanging fruit buys. When you see everything at the lows, this is like putting context together while you're looking charts, particularly while shit's bad. And you kind of say to yourself, things look bad. Let me check some of the leaders. So you check Ethereum, you check Solana, you would check Luna. And you go, yeah, shit looks bad, but they never gave up, even through all the death and destruction that people were calling for on Bitcoin. It never gave up $75, which was set at the beginning of March. So are we really breaking down or are we not? This is that context part that we always speak about. You have to put the context in. Anyway, yeah, I like it. I mean, if this is the bottom, if this is the higher low, this is an easy 40% trade. If not, it'll break down. Any thought on stacks? I don't know what that is. What's my take on Juno Prop 19? I think that was CCN again, right? I haven't. If it's CCN again, quite frankly, I'm gonna vote no on it. Tesla, what's up? Yeah, so if it was CCN again, no. I want to see the proposal from the Corp 1 people or whatever they want to see happen, because in my opinion, what should happen at this moment, like today, is every single bit of Juno that cat has should be taken. It should be taken. It should be put into a smart contract. You should stop earning yield. And then you can create 10 million proposals if you'd like. You're gonna have to buy your own Juno to do it. But yeah, you can submit all the proposal you'd like at that point. So he should not have any yield. He should not be allowed to sell. He shouldn't be allowed to do anything. It should be pulled off to a smart contract. I'm not saying burn it. I'm not saying redistribute it. It should be put into a smart contract where it will sit there until this is resolved. And quite frankly, I hope it takes 10 years. Where every time he submits a new proposal, it gets voted down no with veto, and it costs him $7,500 or more every time he suggests something stupid. I said last week that if he were smart and he really wanted a resolution to this, something like, I acknowledge that we shouldn't have been airdropped what we were, so burn 90% of what I've got, let me keep the 10%. And even though that's like kind of a middle ground, meaning that he really should get nothing, I think people would vote yes for that. I would, just to be done. Like, just burn 90% of what he's got, leave him 10%. That's still 300,000 fucking Juno, which is insane. And you can distribute that to your clients and say, look, we shouldn't have got a penny of this to begin with. I did a great job getting you what I got you. That's what I think should happen. But I mean, the guy sucks. Like, it's all it comes down to is he sucks. He did not ruin Juno. He ruined the move we were on. Juno is fine. Juno will be fine. The core behind Juno and why it was created and why it had the run that it did has not fundamentally changed. Just every second that this situation remains unresolved, it just prolongs, the healing period. He's made it very annoying. Bro, if I got out of crypto every time if I was like, this shit's done every time something annoying happened, I would have left crypto 10 minutes after I got into it. Because there's all sorts of annoying and dumb shit that happens in crypto, like constantly. He's providing opportunities. Okay. So anyway, I don't really care. I mean, I'm compounding here, so I think you should be too. If you're asking my opinion, yeah. Brian says I'm still a Juno bull too. Helps getting in under $10. Exactly. I don't really care. I'm still in profit. I know many of you are not. Okay, and that sucks. I feel bad for that. I am. And look, I'll be honest. When all this shit was going down, I was selling my daily yield. I was selling my daily yield when it was like 40, 42, 45, 38, 37, 35, 30, even through the 20s. I was like, nah, until this shit's resolved, I'm gonna keep selling because then I can buy lower. Well, I bought lower. I've continued to buy lower. And now my daily yield, I'm restaking. If you are taking your daily yield from Juno right now and selling it to UST or something else, you deserve to be poor. Because this is the area where it's just not worth selling Juno for this price. Yeah, it's a minus EV play. Like, you need to be compounding your stake now. You compound your stake now. This is where you build what you need to build to give yourself additional revenue when we get the next leg up. Guys, look, Mayor, good for you, bud. I just had a huge stack and I was like, I can't let this fuck stick take me down completely, so I'm gonna get some cash out of this. The fuck stick in this situation being Takumi and CCN. What does your MACD say on Juno? I don't know. It doesn't really work like that for Juno. Juno's not a large enough cap. Okay. It's not a large enough floating cap for the MACD to be accurate. So I don't really care about that. What I would say, I'll pull it up if I can. Oh, go. You can see selling is decreased. We're right back into this previous resistance flip to support area. It's a super, super stupid idea to be selling this to UST right now. Like, very dumb. Might it break down? Yes. Might. But I get the feeling that this zone down to like 14 is where you should be compounding. And then you want to see, yeah, bitch, there. Trend break. That's what I'm playing for. Cotropic says, do you mind explaining what stacking actually is really quick? Sorry if it's a stupid question. Stacking what? Like boxes when you're moving? I'm not really sure your question. I need you to give me more than that. By the way, what's most interesting to me right now is you have this crazy cup with handle on gold. And you can see 3 months in a row, 2 months anyway, and we'll continue going here. Staking. Okay. Were you talking about staking? Because I will tell you what that is. Yeah, no problem. What's interesting to me right now is that not only are we getting this, okay, yeah. I'll tell you in a second. Are we getting this cup with handle that's about to break out? I mean, I already tried to last month. I think it will this month or very soon. But then the dollar has strength too. Very weird. Very weird. Price per ounce, silver's up, platinum's up, palladium's up. I bought some palladium, some actual physical palladium, because I wanted to see what it was. Apparently it's toxic. if you like hold it for too long, it can be toxic. So, you know, watch out for that. Yeah. All right, so staking, what is it? What you do when you stake to a validator. It helps decentralize the chain, okay? If you stake to a validator, it helps decentralize the chain. So we stake to Highlander because Highlander's my boy. Highlander's the guy that got me into Juno. I'm the one who got most of you into Juno. And so we stake to his validator. In doing so, it gives him additional power to validate blocks on the blockchain, okay? On different transactions, different things being done. He's validating that there's no malicious actors, essentially making sure that the blockchain is as it should be, okay? So that's what the validator does, amongst other things. It also gives you the ability to vote on governance proposals. Like the Stargate upgrade was one for Atom, which was huge. So the Stargate upgrade allowed for the creation of a lot of different things, not the least of which was Osmo and Juno. They got the Stargate upgrade. And when those upgrades happen via governance votes, snapshots are usually taken about all the addresses that during that moment were actually participating in the network. So not people who showed up late, but people who actually participated in the network before. Let me give an example of someone who didn't give a fuck about that. Well, the Bored Ape Yacht Club didn't. If you bought a Bored Ape the day before the airdrop, you got the full airdrop of ApeCoin. Okay? So essentially, they want you to participate in governance, and you can do that via staking. It helps secure the network. You secure to a validator. You get a yield for doing that, meaning you get additional tokens. Problem is you're going to lose your ability to sell those tokens for X amount of time. On Osmo, it's 14 days. On Juno, it's 28 days. And the idea is just so people aren't just dipping in and out of governance to maximize yield and then get out when they can. So it is a trade-off. You get yield for governance power, but you do not get the ability to sell your positions at a moment's notice if you would like to, which that's not a trade-off most people want. What I would say to you is right now, if you are staking, particularly on Juno, while prices are low, this is when you take that yield that you get daily, because the yield is not staked as well. You can sell it to cash immediately if you want. Right now, I am taking that daily yield and I'm restaking it. Okay, so I restake it back to Highlander because I am not willing to sell my Juno at 1550. I'm not. I was willing to sell it at 47 or whatever it was for these days while all this bullshit with Prop 16 was coming out. And I was like, okay, this is going to go down because it looks bad. And so I was taking it. I mean, like, I get a large amount per day, right? T just asked a really, really good question, and then Tesla, I'll come back to you. T said, hey, Jared, what would you say is the most important thing to do, look at on a daily basis to get better at TA? I always feel like a chicken with his head cut off, need a better plan to improve. By the way, T, if you are not in the Discord, you should be, because we talk about this a lot. But regardless, I'll still give an answer to your question. Yeah, so what you want to do, like if you want to look intraday, let me find a chart that isn't so fucked up. Yeah, I don't really care about that, so I'll clear this one. Yeah, bitch. Root drawings. Okay. So every day you can log in and go, okay, what do I expect to have happen based off the previous day? And I can draw out my expectations of where I see support to be, where I see resistance to be, and we'll go from there. So like right now we had a low that was set in here. If you're looking at intraday, where is the last resistance? It is right here. And so before the day starts tomorrow, if we stay in this zone, you take a look and you go, this is where I saw support. This is where I saw resistance. And for me, the reason why I have colored boxes is for you guys more than it is for me. So you can see red R, green support, right? So this is where I expect there to be the next level of resistance. This is where I expect to be the next support now. And so you can kind of look on a day-to-day basis and go, okay, I see where this is. Let's see what's going to happen. Is resistance going to be challenged first? Is it going to hold or is it going to break down? Or is support going to be challenged next? Wake up every day, get it done before there's a move. And it gives you an idea to go, this is where I think it was. How did I do at the end of the day? Or like, let's say you said R was going to be here. It'd be stupid for you to put it there, but let's say you did. And then, price moves up a little bit higher and you get this stuff and then it comes back down. Well, clearly you were wrong because that's not where the battle was. The battle was actually up here. which is where it would make sense for it to be when you're looking at the chart. But just every day you can log in and go, okay, based on an intraday chart, where do I expect support and resistance to be? Let me pull out and go to a daily chart and say, now where is support and resistance right now? Because look, this is a clean chart. There's nothing on this right now except for my moving average. In fact, I'll even take those and I will take this off. And if you really want to challenge yourself, do this. Naked chart, one color. No bias. Naked chart, one color, daily time frame, no bias. Where's support? Where's resistance? What happens next? What do you see here? You want to make it even easier? Make it to a line chart. But what do I see here? Where do I expect things to go next? You look at this at a glance, you go, here's a low. Okay, this is a higher high. This is a higher low. Okay, that's an equal high. That's a higher low. That's a higher high. Is this a higher low? Okay. What is the next thing that I expect to see happening? And not having red and green on your chart, low key, some great fucking alpha, because you have no idea how much that color scheme fucks with your perception. Because if this were green, you'd be like, oh my God, we're going to the moon. And when this was red coming down, you thought it was all over and we were going to 8K. Okay? Get that out of your head. So yeah, I would take a lower time frame and I would draw out your expectations. I would take a higher time frame. I would draw out your expectations and keep it simple. Where's support? Where is resistance? Until you can get horizontal support and resistance accurately on low and high time frames, you are not supposed to be trading. Shouldn't be trading. If you cannot, with routine, identify support and resistance on both low and high time frames, just horizontal, I'm not talking about other fractal bullshit, just those areas, you should not be trading. Okay? Do that every day. So on the daily right now, without even looking at the channel, you would say, okay, there's our R. Here is our S. What happens next? Fuck you. I don't want that. Change my colors back, damn it. Fuck. I thought it was only for that one. Stupid trading view. Anyway, that's what I would do. Every day. Very good question, T. Tesla says, Lamau just read CCN's proposal. So he's saying, let me find someone to confirm my client's identities. Sure, let's just let him pick whoever he wants to do this. This is getting kind of ridiculous. Here's my point on that. And if you have any questions, T, follow up. I'm happy to answer. Okay. Here's my point on that. Yeah, no problem. For CCN, I believe he has clients. I believe that he has clients. I believe that if, even under the scrutiny of a third party, he will be able to verify that there are clients. Because I believe there are. I do not believe he was planning on giving those people any money at all. Like, period. That he was taking that money for himself. And now, having gotten caught with his hand in the cookie jar, he is saying, let me verify that I have clients and the money can go to them. Which is not a bad move from him. Because it will be somewhat vindicating and he will continue to go on with the charade of, I was managing money for other people, I wasn't trying to steal, which is total bullshit. Okay, it's total bullshit. But if you are looking down the barrel of the entirety of your holdings being slashed, and your choice is, I can take 100% of nothing, or I can prove the identity of my clients and allow them to withdraw this money. And at the very least, I will look good to my clients as someone who invested their money, got them this airdrop, and now they've got a huge return. That's the very least, okay? But what I think would actually happen is he would say, okay, we're going to set you up with an account. Here's your address. When you get it, when you get this money, you need to give us 50% or you get nothing. And so they'll take a massive fee. Let's say they don't take the fee immediately. Let's say they just go, here, take it to your wallet. We're just going to bill you for 50% of the market value when you get it. There's 1,000 ways you could manipulate that. So, no, I do not trust this dude at all. He was caught with his hand in the cookie jar. He should not have even fucking gotten it to begin with. By the way, someone just called me 3 times in a row. I don't know who that is. But I gotta say this. If you call me 3 times in a row, you better have the greatest shit on earth to tell me. If you call me 3 times in a row after I've ignored you twice, somebody had better be in harm. Because if this motherfucker calls again and I answer, and it's something stupid, I will destroy that person. God, that drives me crazy. Woo. No, it's not my wife. I know my wife's number. This is some person that I don't know. I actually generally answer the phone if you call. Generally. Anyway. Dollar at resistance. Bitcoin doing exactly what we thought it would do. Ethereum regaining the 50. ETH BTC consolidating at the highs. Luna doing what it should have done. Okay. ES doing better. NQ not so great. We have an inverse head and shoulders. Gold up, platinum up, palladium up, silver up. It's gonna be a weird time. It's gonna be a weird time. What other questions you guys got? Because I am here to answer, or I'm gonna ride out. I'm trying to keep these shorter so I can do more of them. We've been on for an hour. Hour's good. Hour to hour and a half. Fright Guy says, Scoob, I think there's a product on Ethereum called PAXG, P-A-X-G, which is supposedly backed 1-to-1 by gold. You know, the idea of backing something 1-to-1 by gold in crypto is interesting, but I need you to show me a trustless way that can be done. And if you can do that, I'll buy it. If you can do that, I'll buy it. By the way, I listened to, this is inverted, so you guys are seeing this backwards, but that says the 7th property. I listened to BAP's interview with Eric Yakes last week, and this is his book. And I thought, that sounds interesting. I'll give it a go. So I'm about to read it. I'll let you know what I think when I'm done. I just finished rereading the Bitcoin Standard to set myself up for this one. But yeah, the 7th property, Bitcoin and the Monetary Evolution by Eric Yakes. Looked interesting. Tether Gold. Yeah, I mean, Tether, though. There are issues. There are issues with that. All right, so again, the plan, 41,150. We get a breakthrough there. We're going to move higher, probably to this area into the low 43s. And quite frankly, if the bottom does get put in, I expect us to test the high of the channel, which means up here, 50K. It would probably take, the fractal would look pretty similar. So let's do this for shits and giggles. Bars pattern or ghosty? I think it's bars pattern. Yeah. So let's say that was the bottom right as we start trending. So yeah, right about turn of the month. OPEX end of the month. Somewhere in there. So there you go. 48.5 by the end of the month. I think we'd all take that. It's in 2 weeks. Jared, do you have an opinion on LF0? You know, man, no, I don't know what it is. I'm sure I do. Just off the top of my head, I don't. You can send me something quickly. I'll take a look at it. Mark, drop it into the Telegram or the Discord, and if I have seen it, I'll give you my opinion on it. It sounds familiar, so I feel like I have, but it doesn't mean anything. Yeah. Zed says, how do you like the Near Eco, like Ref, AMM for the native Near Eco, expecting USN launch on Wednesday. Been one of the strongest performers in April. Yeah, I mean, USN and Near have gotten this pump because essentially they're saying they're going to recreate what UST did in Luna. I'd be curious to see how that plays out. I don't own any Near. People have been telling me about it for a long time, and I'd be curious to see what happens. So take a look at that. Ape Crypto Color. I've got a small bag of ECC, Empire Capital coin. They're not on Trading View, but has some big things on the horizon. Care to give any analytics for the coin and or the Empire roadmap? Yeah, so I've seen this. I've looked into ECC. It looks very intriguing. Think of like Acorns meets Robinhood meets DeFi. And yeah, I liked what I saw. My issue with ECC is that it's a market. The back of my neck, certain. It's a market that's not for like crypto degens. It's a market for people that aren't in crypto. So, you know, I know they've done well. I know they've raised well, and I am continuing to watch it. I'm continuing to see how they develop. So, yeah, I like what they're trying to do. I like the idea of what they're doing. And what I've said all along is when I read their news, when I've read their white paper and when I've read, you know, what they plan to do, my brain always comes back to show me what this app looks like and how easy it is to use. So when there's a beta app for you know, that with ECC and everything they're trying to do, I will be very intrigued as to how it works. There's certainly a market for it. I just, you know, it's a hard needle to thread. If they thread it, it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. I mean, honestly, Ape Crypto Colors, if you want my opinion, the worst thing about ACC are reflections. No. I've said this to, you know, the team. The worst thing about everything that I read in there was the reflections. When I see a RFI fork, it makes me nervous. It makes me think it's a scam. It's the worst thing about the project. But cross-chain reflections have never been done before, so that at least has some novelty. So I guess I can give that like some props, but RFI was a fucking scam. SafeMoon was a fucking scam. Everything else that it did reflections was a scam. So, you know, am I wealthy in spirit, bitch? I'm not going to talk about how much money I do or don't have. Yeah, so Scoops is, I mean, so whether or not, by the way, I don't believe ECC is a scam. I don't. I think they're trying to do something. I think they made a poor choice with the token mechanics. But like what Scoop just said is reflection coins always end up at zero, at least all the Ponzi's that I've seen. That's the reason why I didn't like it, because what they're building is not like a Ponzi like that. It is not... It is not something that is intended to be the type of Ponzi of like SafeMoon. But you picked a coin, you picked a token mechanics that acts like a scam when you are not in fact a scam, right? And that was a mistake. That was a mistake, but it's done. What do I think of node projects? Nothing. I don't. If you come in and the first thing you ask is if I'm wealthy, I'm not going to take anything you say seriously. Aleph0.org. It's a new layer 1 that recently got listed. The ticker is A0. Featured in NASDAQ CoinDesk. Yeah, I know this for some reason. I gotta check my notes. The ticker is A0. Listed where? Oh shit, there it is. Gate.io. Woof. This is gonna sound real dirty, but like, I don't know. It's on Gate, and you know it has an up-only chart. This looks like the kind of chart you try to get newbies to buy into, so you can dump on them. Again, it could be amazing, but like this makes me nervous. I would never buy that chart ever. So it might be great tech. I'm not buying that. Want to know why? Because day one, somebody bought it for 20 cents, and that bitch is 283 right now. Yeah, Scoob. And what I'm telling you is that I've extensively researched ECC and what they're trying to do. What they're trying to do is very, very cool. And if they get it right, they're going to make a gajillion dollars. So like what ECC is trying to do on one side is amazing. The mechanics they picked for their token was fucking stupid. Okay? Like it was just fucking dumb. So, you know. That's too bad. If I were them, no shit, I would migrate the coin. I would change the reflections. I would migrate the coin. I would do something differently because you may get people that don't know anything about reflections to buy in, but anybody who's like crypto-centric is going to be like, RFI fork? Fuck off. Like, it's just not a good look. Anyway, yeah, A0 is fine. So Mark B, I will look at it further. This chart makes me nervous. And it could be amazing. So like, I don't know. This shit just, people get excited about this chart and then they buy and then they become poor. So, you know, I personally try to not be poor. All right, kids, let's do the countdown and we'll get out of here. If I can find my music. You got bitch. Here we go. Grief. All right, we're back. We're gonna do it's a minute. Last time I rugged Bap as he was talking. Troopers for sale today? Neta troopers?
5 to the 4.
I didn't know that.
3, 2, 1.
Word. So Neta troopers today. I'd be curious to see how that goes. It's not traded in Atom, is it? Ugh, fuck. Do you know what time? Started? Of course, Ace, thanks for coming to hang out. Got 30 seconds left. In Atom at 5 p.m. Come on. Fuck. 5 p.m. Central, Eastern? Like in an hour and 40 minutes or in 40 minutes? Yeah. So are my Lions, though, too. Well, we're pick number 2. You guys are at least lower than that. All right, guys, 4 seconds. Join the Discord. Join the Telegram. There's some good shit going on. See you later.